The community is the core of what we do. And so when we want to be good people, good police, good dispatchers, we want to listen to their needs and help to provide them what they need and not just what we have.
As a police department, I believe that we've always had a good relationship with the community, but since Chief Victorian started, the outward engagement and the regular community engagement has grown exponentially.
Relational policing is a philosophy that we use throughout our entire organization to build trust using the power of connection. We do that through transparency, respect, engagement, building emotional capital, and accountability. Our investigators, our patrol officers, and then its support staff are expected to be transparent and respectful and build that emotional capital and accountability with each and every individual they come in contact with. The introduction of our crisis call diversion program was very important to our organization. It allows us an opportunity to be able to offer services to individuals who may not need police services, and us be able to redirect those calls to professionals who may be able to help them, specifically if they're dealing with mental health issues.
We actually go out to the consumers, we assess them, and also there's the option of assessing them over the phone, but I feel that going in the community and assessing them in their area and determining if they are safe where they are, or if they need to go inpatient, or maybe to the ER, or if they're just homeless and needing shelter for the night.
In some cases, we still have to send an officer for factors that are beyond our control. But what we have seen is that social workers are able to talk to the person, they're able to de-escalate them over the phone. So when the officers are showing up, they're not in that heightened emotional state as they were when they initially called.
For calls for service revolving around mental health, we have lowered our officers' time on calls from approximately 10.5 hours to a little under 3 hours. We've been able to create better pathways to mental health services, to substance use disorder services, to homeless services, and even different veteran services.
Within the last 6 months, we've had a lot of growth, a lot of calls, a lot of diversions. So I would just like to see more of that in the future by going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
For individuals who may come in contact with the police but have underlying needs that do not require them to go to jail, having someone like a social resource coordinator on our team to be able to provide those wraparound services to make sure that they get what they need has just added so much value to our team.
When we are taking an individual and not treating them for what they need, the system as a whole can get backed up, whether it's jail, incarceration, or if it's inappropriately using medical facilities. The impact there is massive. And so looking at the data and looking at it holistically is important, because we look at what is officers' responses in certain situations, what are their tools that they have at their disposal? Do we have alternative responses available? If not, how do we create them?
For years, we've been utilizing our victim services, and most recently, we've seen an uptick in the amount of response that they've had.
Our victim services unit right now, we have 3 full-time staff members, and then we have an amazing volunteer team that covers our evenings and weekends for us.
We're so fortunate here at the Waco Police Department to have volunteers who would give of their personal time to come and support individuals who may be having their worst moments.
They come out and they can provide support to the victims during the times when the officers are trying to run an investigation or work a certain call for service.
With relational policing, there's no better way than a volunteer actually going out and helping members of the community. If you're in a crisis situation and you see someone show up to help you that is not getting compensated, that is waking up in the middle of the night and responding just to help you, to me that sends a little bit more of a message. It says, I'm here for you no matter what.
The reason I like working here is just I feel like I'm making an impact on the community. I'm making an impact with these victims. I'm also helping the officers because they know that I'm going to take care of the family and I'm going to take care of the victim. And I like helping people, and that's why I keep coming back.
Faith communities have always been one of the most low barrier social resources in the community. They've been an amazing part of the things that we've done here at the police department.
The Faith in Blue project is something that we added a couple of years ago. It gives our officers an opportunity to connect with our faith-based communities in a way where it humanizes who we are as individuals.
The first year we had 12 events. Last year we had 29 events. And in those 29 events, we had 2,700 opportunities to have positive interactions with our community members that ultimately build trust with them.
For me, this is the way that we should be doing it. We as a police department try to make every single encounter that we have the most positive that it can be so that they know that we can be trusted.
I think it translates to good policing and being able to serve our community better when we collaborate.
Mostly, we've seen that community policing has brought people to the forefront who would have likely not have ever trusted us.
When we listen to the community and we can offer them things outside of the norm, it helps them to get their needs met while also showing them the heart and the human behind the badge.
The future of the Waco Police Department is very bright. We have incredible officers and support staff. They see the vision of relational policing, how important it is to build trust in our communities and to improve the quality of life for the residents of the city of Waco.